Speaker of Nigeria's House of Representatives says the country's parliament will pass legislation that will compel telecom firms and oil companies to list on the Nigerian Stock Exchange. Big telecom firms and oil firms have continued to shy away from the stock market despite overtures for them to come in. But Yakubu Dogara, who led the House Committee on Capital Market to the Lagos floor of the Nigerian Stock Exchange, now says lawmakers were working out a law that would make it mandatory for them to do so. Our correspondent, Abiola Ismail, has the story.
For years now, Nigerians have been calling on the authorities to compel multinationals in the country to plug back parts of their profits through listing on the Nigerian Stock Exchange. So far, nothing has happened. But things may just be about to change, and that is going by what the Speaker of the House of Representatives told the brokers here, where he came to ring the closing bell on the day's activities on the floor of the exchange.
We're working with stakeholders in order to ensure that we deepen this market, to show commitment to the investing public in Nigeria that as a responsible government, we will expand economic opportunities to every Nigerian. I will believe that the stock market, having a robust stock market, will go a long way in engendering economic prosperity for our teeming citizens who are hurting at the moment.
The size of the Nigerian capital market is currently in the region of 9 trillion naira, with all share index around 28,854.98 basis points. Analysts believe those figures could more than double if the multinationals came in. It's a sentiment shared by the Speaker and his team.
We sincerely believe that for us to deepen the market, this must be the case. Telecom companies, oil and gas companies do list on the market. And I guess it's even more acceptable where they are not listed or quoted in the Nigerian market, but they are quoted elsewhere. The flow of resources from the citizens to these companies is what makes them rich, is what gives them the profit. And I believe as a responsible government, we have to develop mechanism through which, even if it is not all the profit that they make that is distributed to the stakeholders, most of whom must be Nigerians, at least a reasonable pie of the profits is shared to our people. That's the only way we can engender economic prosperity on behalf of our citizens.
These laws are being considered for amendment. The intention of the Stakeholder Forum is to make sure we democratize the process, to be sure that players have an input. Your expertise is brought to the table so that whatever we do at the end of the day, we will have a kind of contribution from every sector.
It's not known when the proposed bill will become law. For now, the multinationals are having it their way and repatriating their profits to their own country. But that scenario might not be for long. Abiola Ismail, TV 360, Lagos.